Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today I would like to present about psychology. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Gailan Alfata. I'm from psychology faculty, and without any further ado, let's get to the presentation. So, have you wondered why the full moon looks so much larger near the horizon that it does in the sky? Or what dreams mean? How about whether lie detectors works, or whether alcoholism is inherited? If so, you have entered the world of psychology, where scientists search for answer to this and many other questions. Psychology is the science of behavior and mental process. This means that psychologists conduct experiments and use other scientific methods to understand better the action and thought of human and animal, from the activity of single nerve cell to the working of memory and to the social conflicts in a complex society. A violent reflection of and reaction through to prejudice against minority in the United States provide but example of the violence that is a world in homes. In homes, children are abused and spouses are battered. In school, there are fight and even shooting. Streets are the scenes of murder and rape and conflict between demonstrator and police. In some countries, rival militants clash, death squad, torture, and kill political opponent. And there is an endless processing war, and large and small. What the cause of violence? Why are some people so much more violent than other? What can be done to prevent the violence? Some psychologists have addressed this important question in their research in National Research Council 1993. The particular aspect of violence they study illustrate the difference in subject matter of psychology subfield. Experimental and cognitive psychologists, for example, study such basic component of behavior and mental process as perception, learning, memory, motivation, and emotion, as well as judgment, decision making, and problem solving. Thus, their study of violence might focus on the effect of high temperature of aggressiveness, or how about the information people recall about other people might affect the probability of physically attacking them. Biological psychologists, who also called psychological psychologists, analyze how biology shapes behavior and mental process. Their work has helped us understand, for example, how the brain controls physical movement, regulates eating, and receives information from the sense. With regards to violence, they have looked at whether difference in hormones account for the fact that men tend to be more violent than women. They also study how drugs or brain tumor can create episodes of aggression in normally peaceful people. While some psychologists seek law that govern the behavior of people in general. Personality psychologists focus on the characteristic that make each person unique. They have identified, for example, the personality dimension known as introversion or extraversion, and they study relationship between people's scores on personality tests and their tendency to display violence, shy, bold, or fearful behavior. Social psychologists study how people influence one another, especially in groups. They have found the presence and action of other effect a wide range of behavior from individual athletic performance or jury verdicts to group problem solving and mob violence. The research of clinical and counseling psychologists on violence is just one of example of their interest in all form of abnormal behavior. They also provide direct aid to troubled people. Approach to psychology. Suppose you were a psychologist trying to understand that the origins of violence. Where would you look for the answer? Do the origins lie in a hormonal imbalance or brain disorder? Is the source of an ancient instinct once necessary for survival, or do learned habits create violence? Or each this question reflect a different approach to psychology, a different set of guiding assumption, question, and method of understanding behavior and mental process. Some psychologists adopt only one approach, but many are eclectically combining features of two or more approaches because they believe that no one perspective can fully account for all aspects of every psychological phenomenon. Though they different in their influence today, the approach that have been most significant throughout the history of psychology are biological, evolutionary, psychodynamic, behavioral, humanistic, and cognitive approaches. The biological approach, the possibility that violent behavior might stem from a hormonal imbalance or brain disorder, and reflect the biological approach. Its roots can be traced back to Wilhelm Wundt. He studied biological process only indirectly by exploring, for example, how long it took people to reach to a stimulus. Today, the biological approach focuses on biological process more directly, examining how specific psychological process shape behavior and mental process. As you might expect, the biological approach is prominent among biological psychologists who study the psychological effect of hormone, genes, and electrical and chemical activity in the nervous system, especially brain. However, psychologists in other subfields such as cognitive or clinical psychology may also take a biological approach. They try to understand how memories are stored in the brain. They look for patterns of psychological arousal associated with certain form of thought. They analyze to the degree to which a tendency toward mental disorder is affected by the genes inherited from one's parent. Wilhelm Wundt and other early psychologists such as Edward Titchener and Hermann Ebbinghaus used the term experimental psychology to distinguish their laboratory work from endeavor of philosopher and other who thought that speculate about consciousness, memory, and other psychological matter but perform no experiment. Okay, maybe we reached the end of my presentation about psychology. So thank you to hear me, and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.